The 80s Show on iHeartRadio.
Come on, let's go. Say ho, say ho, whoa, ho, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Idiot. Hopefully, when I say the word idiot, or if I go, hey, idiot, you don't think I'm talking to you. And you don't think I'm talking to you because, well, with any luck, you don't consider yourself an idiot. See what may or may not have happened there? When I said idiot, did you assume I was talking to you, or did you assume, well, I'm clearly not an idiot, he must be talking to somebody else? Hopefully it was the latter. Hopefully it was the latter. Throughout your life, people are going to try and define you. They're going to try and put a label on you. They're going to try and make you into something that they're comfortable with. And you know what? That's not for them to decide. It really isn't. Every day, you write your own story. You decide who you are. And when someone says to you, hey, idiot, if you think you're an idiot, you're going to turn around and go, what? And it perpetuates a cycle of playing into what other people want you to be or think you should be. See, it's really easy. It's really easy to define yourself. But you kind of have to stay on top of it. You kind of have to make that decision. You kind of have to figure it out every single day, who you are and who you're going to be. Because people are going to want you to fit into their box. People are going to call you a whole bunch of stuff. Idiot, loser, any of the above. And it's your job to decide that you don't answer to those terms. You don't. Because you're not what people call you. You're what you answer to. You make your own decision every single day about who you are. And like I said, it's tough to stay on top of that. It's like taking a shower. You wouldn't stop and go, I got clean today. Don't have to shower again tomorrow. No. Every single day, you wake up, you make a decision about who you are and what you're going to answer to. Thank you so much for joining me.
Boy, you should talk a bunch, but then I've got a hunch that if I step to you, you'd back right down. Can't see it through your pitch and you're like Kool-Aid. You're just...
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Jimmy Page to talk about the beginning of he and Robert Plant's musical partnership.
I had material like Dazed and Confused. I had the whole arrangement together of Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You and the source of the verse. And it actually, I heard it on a Joan Baez in concert record. It's nothing like our version. But I did play him that original one. I thought it was, at the time, I thought it was a traditional song. I didn't know. Because I know that at the time those folk artists were doing lots of traditional songs. And plus she did like 3 in-concert albums. This is one of them, and I heard this track and I thought that's really haunting. And along the way, it was in the days of the Yardbirds, I'd come up with this, right on the tail end, I'd come up with this whole interpretation of how it could be done. So I got into my house and I was sort of presenting him these sort of things, these ideas. And, you know, we had a real good connection because he was, to be fair, even though he said he liked West Coast music or whatever, this clearly wasn't ever going to be anything like that. But he was up and open for the sort of things that I was sort of showing him, if you like. You know, I was opening up for him. So that was useful because, to be honest, if he hadn't sort of locked into it, then I'd have been looking for somebody else who was.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Jimmy Page and all your favorite artists.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Mumford & Sons about how they might change up their distinctive sound.
Hip-hop,
amazing. It's not going to happen because we'd be rubbish at it.
Yeah, we would not be a good hip-hop band.
That's the thing. Daft Punk can be good at other stuff. We're sort of a one-trick pony, you know. No, we might. I want to get a drummer now. I'm saying it.
I'm going to say it too.
I want a drummer now. I like playing with drummers.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more from your favorite artists.
I don't know.
Hey, you, what's that sound? I'm coming so loud from your radio dial. AD, be getting down when you're rocking the jams. Here I am, going back once again. I'm ruling all city like a king I am. A master plan coming from a faster man.
That thing I just said about a client bending me over and taking me roughly from behind. That wasn't on the air, was it, Funkhauser? Oh, good, fantastic. If you want to know which client we're talking about, send me a direct message on Twitter.
At least I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope that didn't air.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for your thank you for being on it as a board op and protecting my broadcasting job. Appreciate that. You know what's funny? If a board op doesn't like the if a board op doesn't like the person they're working with, probably really easy to get them fired. Like, oh, the mic was hot when you were talking about how all minorities smell bad and should go back to the countries where they came from. Oh, who knew? See you at the unemployment office. Have you ever thought about that, Funkhauser? Have you ever been working for someone that's absolutely just reproachable and you think, all I got to do is press this button and their career's done?
It's more like they just said something and I should push that button so that the other people don't hear it, the listeners. But, I contemplate it and I got to hit it. Sometimes I don't, though.
Oh, God. Yeah, ending people's careers is funny. So today in the show, we'll talk about how being a jihad terrorist is, as it turns out, not all it's cracked up to be. How people are leaving to fight for the ISIL, ICE-hole cause, whatever you want to call it, and being... Well, the life they're living is a little less glorious than the one that was sold to them. It involves lots of doing dishes and things like that. And people are writing letters back home complaining that their iPods no longer work and they want to get out of being a jihad terrorist. Because, what fun is that when you're washing dishes with a broken iPod? No fun at all, I tell you. Yep, it's the reality of this situation. Things seldom live up to what we see in the brochure, do they? And I guess the same would go for radical Islam. We'll get into that and how folks want to get out of ISIS because, well, they're washing dishes with broken iPods a little later on in the show. Right now, though, let's check in with super producer to the stars, Barry Funkhauser. A, how are you? B, what is going on in the world?
A, I'm good. I woke up too early because it was raining.
How's your back?
Better. It's this rain, and once I think it comes with the clouds, the precipitation. Because once the clouds started coming in, man, it just beat me up. But I'm a trooper. I'm hanging in there.
Good. Glad to hear it. No, I get that too. Like, I jacked up my ankle so many times on skateboards and motorcycles and BMXs as a kid, and I always have a good 30 to 45 minute warning as to when it's gonna rain. My ankle's like, ow, rain's a coming.
Yeah, and as you get older, man, it doesn't hurt less.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine's just been the same. It's been that same dull, painful throb since I was 14, and in a misguided attempt to land a job as a Hollywood stunt coordinator, I rode my motorcycle through a barbed wire fence. It's been the same level of pain ever since. The pain brought on by childhood stupidity. Does it shape me for the better as a human being? I don't know. I do know this, though. We should look at what's going on in the world. What is going on in the world?
Well, I went online yesterday and saw something, and I don't know if you've seen it yet either, but Madonna posed topless in this month's Interview magazine. Have you seen that?
Cops in Ferguson are apparently using the picture to disperse crowds. No, I actually haven't seen it. How are they?
Like fine wine. I think it aged pretty well. Yeah. A lot of makeup, though.
Now, do you think that there's been any technical jiggery-pokery enhancement either via Photoshop or via silicone?
Gotta be.
For Madonna's cans?
Gotta be. Probably both.
Because she's 55 now?
She's up there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And surprisingly,
I'll have to,
so are those cans. They're still up there, too.
Oh, I see what you did there. I'll chip them up. You spike them in. Yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing... How long ago did Ray of Light come out?
Yeah, like 2000, I think.
2000. Like, I remember seeing that, and I remember watching... As a young lad, I remember being in a recording studio and watching the Ray of Light thing on TV, and she sang it live, and everybody in the room said the same thing. Man, she can't sing at all, but her cans look fantastic. Really, really great, because I think she was wearing something vaguely see-through, and even as far back as then. I mean, if she's 55 now, how in 2000, what, that would have made her 40, right?
Yeah.
So even at that stage, people were going, yeah, those are fantastic. They defy gravity and they defy the laws of age. So perhaps she's been having them nipped and or tucked for the past 15, 20 years.
In this angle that she took, I mean, she's allowing gravity to play a role in her pose, so it's just like, you can't really tell.
Oh.
It's up to speculation.
So she's not standing upright. There's sort of where they would look their worst, fall to the side or pancake down. That she's leaning forward and allowing them to be pendulously glorious.
Yeah, like a sideways. Can I give you a beverage on an airplane kind of lean? Like.
And the answer to that is yes, you can. Would you still?
Me?
Yeah,
because it's Madonna. Yeah.
It would be mostly for the story at this point.
If it was just some 55-year-old lady with purple niplets, then I don't know, maybe.
But in this case, it would be more for the, hey, you'll never believe what happened between me and Madonna story, as opposed to actual desire. That is reserved for someone that's a little bit more nubile.
Gotta be. Yep.
I'll
save that spot for a rugby player somewhere.
Aren't rugby players traditionally dudes?
Yeah, but I think that's what Madonna's after, is rugby players.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, with her phony English accent. It's like, I say, I bet if you got me in a scrum, you could score a try. I'll be your fly half. I know what I mean. But the thing about Madonna, I think like, it's not so much a sign of her age as it's a sign of my age, that if I did it, it would totally be for the story. Like the I banged Madonna story, as opposed to I'm attracted to her and I would do that. Because the older I get, the less and less possible I find it is to be attracted to somebody who I think is not a good person. And Madonna, she's achieved a lot. Amazing entertainer. Can't sing at all. Fantastic cans for her age, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think she's a very nice person, and that to me stops me from. If there's something, it's really weird. As I mature, the main thing that's going to stop me from going from 6 to noon is if I think the person is an awful person. If I think she's sort of a bit of a, if I think she's a bit of a biatch, as I suspect Madonna is, that doesn't get my midsection singing "Sweet Virginia." Sorry, sister. I'm moving on to somebody nice. Go on.
I might do it for the health insurance, though. There's a new Madonna song out, and it's leaked online.
What, you mean she got her cans out on the same day that she had a new song to promote? Oh, wonders never cease. Anyways, new Madonna song has been leaked. In case you were wondering about the source behind the excited squealing coming from the nation's population of male J. Crew managers. Now you know what that's all about. Go on.
In the new issue of Interview magazine, Madonna is interviewed by David Blaine. I read some of it, and it was like, where do you find your inspiration for the songwriting that you...
Oh, God.
I mean, it was words, so I'm just, guessing.
Oh, David Blaine. I wonder if she's made any of his appendages disappear over the years. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess she has. I would imagine she picked a magician to interview her because she hoped that he could make about 30 or so years disappear. I don't think he succeeded. I'll have to look at these pictures. What else?